Just a quick thanks to our sponsor, Grown in Idaho Super Crispy Fries, which are always cut from 100% Idaho-grown potatoes. And for those of you wondering if 100% is even important, imagine climbing Everest and 99% of your equipment functions flawlessly, except one sock. Well, that sock affects your foot, and that foot impacts your foot-ing. And as they say, it's a slippery slope. So next time you're in an icy place, like your grocer's freezer, keep it 100 with Grown in Idaho Super Crispy Fries.
Call 1-888-FARMERS to switch, and you could save an average of $470 on your auto insurance. That's a lot of money in just a few minutes. With savings like that, you could be lounging on an impractical amount of ornate and overpriced throw pillows you bought for your couch. But you won't, because you're better with money than that. That's why you're calling us in the first place. Call 1-888-FARMERS to get a quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Based on average nationwide annual savings survey data July to December 2020. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate. Products not available in every state.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Let's Rant with your host, 13-year stand-up comedian, 20-plus years in the world of entertainment, an all-around great guy. Come on, man. KD, the comic. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Manic Monday right here, your February 15th edition. Wait, no, that's not Friday the 13th. I apologize for that. But if this is your first time joining us and you wonder what the hell you stumbled upon, it is Let's Rant, the fastest talking podcast on the internet and Podcast of the Year nominated by iHeartRadio. That's right. We didn't win, but still, we took that slingshot back as far as we could and flinged it at David and completely overshot. But that's okay. We were invited to the dance. That's all that matters. We are the fastest ranting podcast on the internet. We are designed for that, you know, that ADD generation. That's you. That's right. We are topical. We are informational. And we are musical. We are Let's Rant with KD the comic. And this is Manic Mondays. We've got a lot to get to in this 45 minutes of pure, unadulterated pleasure. And yes, I was swinging my hips as I was saying that. We're going to talk about what Joe Biden has done to America just a little bit. We're going to talk about freezing temperatures here in the South. And we're going to get to a little NFL talk. And, of course, a Valentine's Day recap. All that and more. Oh, by the way, we're going to talk a little bit about LeBron James, the flopper, coming up right here on Let's Rant with KD the comic. But let's get this Manic Monday started, as we always do, with one of our favorite tunes. You know what it is. It's Manic Monday. You got to have it. For you kids that don't know what this song is, A, you're making me old. B, just go and freaking Google it. When we return, let's get into some fun-filled topics on Manic Monday. Another Manic Monday right here, your February 15th edition of Manic Monday right here on Let's Rant with KD the comic. We are available on all major podcasting platforms such as Apple iTunes. And if you're an Apple iTunes subscriber, please hit that purple subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Leave a remark, too. But can you guys just make sure it's a nice, fun-loving remark if you like the show? If you don't like the show, just turn it off. Why would you even be a troll and put something bad? You want to know why? Because you're actually probably a jerk off. I'm just going to put that out there. Yes, we tell it like it is right here on Let's Rant with KD the comic. If you don't listen on Apple iTunes, it's okay. We're available on Google Play. We're available on Spreaker.com. We're also available N3 Radio on Spreaker.com and many, many other platforms, broadcasting to 13 countries worldwide, wide. And let's get right in to our topics of the week. And I'm not going to start off political right away. I'm not going to do that because we have been very good, haven't we? I mean, Mr. Movie Phone, have we been very good about the political nonsense on here? We have, because we already know that Joe Biden keeps screwing up. So we're not going to go there, right? But I do want to talk a little bit about what's going down here in the South, mostly where I am from, the state of Texas. Check it out.
This morning, a second wave of winter weather as deadly storms sweep the country from the northeast to the southwest. Icy conditions wreaking havoc.
Boom! Oh my goodness.
In Atlanta, a fiery 26-car crash, leaving at least one person dead. In Austin,
I've got approximately 16 cars on this top. I can't access even half of them.
26 cars in this massive wreck.
Oh my God. Oh,
But the biggest disaster was in Fort Worth, where at least 6 people are dead and 65 injured after this devastating pileup. More than 130 vehicles caught in this chain reaction nightmare, leaving behind a trail of mangled vehicles stretching for 1.5 miles. Survivors sharing their gut-wrenching stories of what it was like trapped in all that wreckage.
There were cars stacked on top of cars. The fact that I am not severely injured or dead is nothing short of a miracle.
Rebecca Benson was on her way to work.
You can hear semi after semi after semi hitting the group of cars.
Alicia Stone says she had to crawl out of her back window after her car, seen here, got sandwiched between 2 semis.
You could just hear them yelling, but nobody could do anything.
Officials are investigating whether the city treated the roads before the freezing rain. And now, a new wave of even colder weather is threatening huge swaths of the country. Texas bracing for a second round of icy storms this weekend, while the Midwest will see sub-zero temperatures, wind chills dropping to 30 below zero. Temperatures so low that salt and road chemicals may not be able to keep the roads clear of ice.
Hi, everyone.
We want to thank our friends at ABC News for that weather report right here on Let's Rant with KD the Comic. As from time to time, as we do here on Let's Rant, we do report some of the other news sources, and ABC had reported that on Friday, and here it is Monday, and the weekend has been absolutely crazy down here in the South, in San Antonio, Texas, where we broadcast live from. The funny thing is that, of course, I have what they call the reverse Midas touch. You know how King Midas used to touch everything and it turned to gold? Yeah, pretty much anytime I move somewhere, it turns to crap. Sorry, Texans. Daddy's back home after 27 years. And of course, I bring the ice and the snow from the Northeast. Hey, listen, I lived in Richmond for 10 years. You would think that would have been a thaw off, and it wasn't, okay? Richmond's even didn't hit. Pretty much the whole South is getting hit with horrible weather. And as a matter of fact, as we record this, as we broadcast this, this is not live today. We have been going live as of late, but we don't know how the weather is going to be over the next couple days. So our programming this week will be pre-recorded. And this show is currently being broadcasted at 9:30 p.m. Central Mountain Time. And it is freezing outside right now. It has been a sheet of ice all day. I personally believe that Cupid decided to keep all Texans inside, you know, to get warm and cozy and, you know, wait, no. Sorry, I know your parents out there are like, listen, we did not. It's bad enough we're stuck inside because of COVID for a few months. Now it's ice. It's like God doesn't want us to leave our house. He definitely doesn't want you to leave your house. You know what my wife and I did on Valentine's Day because of the weather? There's a hill in our backyard that's a major intersection. And I know this is really bad, but you know when you go to an ice hockey game and you go to watch to see if a fight breaks out? Yeah, that's kind of like what we were doing on our back porch, sipping a little whiskey and just watching cars slide down the hill. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'd run out there and help someone if they're in need. Before any of you are like, you're an absolute a-hole. No, listen. I'll go down there and I will help someone. Don't get me wrong. But until then, I'm going to sip on a little warm whiskey to keep me warm because I don't want to go out there and fall. I saw my dog today in the dogscapades. That's enough. Then she can go to the bathroom. Ice is horrible down here in the South, and hopefully you guys are taking care of yourselves wherever you may be, especially our friends in Dallas, Fort Worth. We have family and friends up there. We do have listeners as well. What a horrendous pileup several days ago. I had friends calling me from upstate New York and from Richmond, Virginia, saying, were you in that? And honestly, guys, listen, hey, I don't think you realize how big the state of Texas is, all right? We're 6 hours away. We're good. We're good. But now the roads are completely closed here in San Antonio, Texas. The mayor declared a state of emergency address, and as a matter of fact, I'm going right to our news board right now. It says right here, White House issues federal emergency declaration for Texas in winter weather event. In Austin, Texas, Greg Abbott, the governor, who I believe has done a great job with a lot of things going on. A lot of people will think that he's not. I'm going to be the first to say it here on our show, but Greg Abbott, can we give him a round of applause? He's done a great job with Corona. He started out shaky, but everybody got shocked by what was going on with Corona. He had to do what he had to do because we didn't know what this thing was. We moved to Texas in June from Richmond because Abbott's been doing a great job, and now he has declared a state of emergency here in Texas. As I read this out to you guys, Texas Governor Greg Abbott announced Sunday evening that the White House issued a federal emergency declaration for Texas in response to the severe weather areas across the state, what they are experiencing. Abbott said he submitted a request for declaration on Saturday to help the state respond to the storm. The declaration form from the Biden administration authorizes Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, to provide emergency protective measures for mass care, sheltering, federal assistance for all 254 counties. I want to say thank you, Biden administration, for stepping up. You do have a little bit of a beating heart in that cold blood that's pumping through your veins. Listen, it ain't everybody. It ain't just poor old Joe. It's really not, okay? But it was good to see them step up and FEMA really take action in this event. But I know that it has kept everybody indoors this weekend here in the state of Texas. And I'll tell you what, I'll be honest with you. So we try to get a little positivity out of this. My Valentine's Day has never been better. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, guys, right? You know, you're cuddled up next to the one that you love. Maybe randomly watching TV shows, or maybe even just listen to the kids scream in the background. Yeah, that's pretty much what our parents had to deal with when we were kids, and now we're dealing with the same thing. But we had a great Valentine's Day, a family dinner. We had a little dance party in our house. That's how we roll in our house. What did you guys do on your Valentine's Day? We'd love to hear from you. You can actually use the Rant line at 1-559-461-5855. The number again for the Rant line is 1-559-461-5855. You can call and rant about anything, but we want to know how your Valentine's Day was. Was it good? Was it really good? Listen, this is a family rated program, so can we keep it there? 2-minute rants only at 1-559-461-5855. And when we return, God knows where we're headed. But let's have a little bit of fun on this Monday with you and yours. We're going to keep things going here on Let's Rant with a little Outcast.
Y'all don't wanna hear me, you just
yours truly, KD and Let's Rant, right here on your favorite podcasting platform. And hey, yeah, with Outcast getting you going on your Monday. Hopefully you guys are having a great Monday, staying bundled up and listening to, podcasts all day long. That's what you should do. Break away from the TV, break away from the TikTok, unless you're headed on over to KD Comic 1 at TikTok. Yes, we've got some very funny material over there. And also we go live every once in a while on TikTok with Let's Rant with KD the Comic on KD Comic 1. Thank you all for the subscribers, the love, the respect, the emails, and thank you so much for all that you do, the listeners and the followers in the world, because God knows I don't make any money at this. I don't. I do this because, listen, I'd be trapped up in a bar somewhere spending money or going to a shrink, and guess what? Hey, come here. Come a little closer. Come a little closer to that speaker. You guys are my shrink, okay? You are my shrink. I'm just sitting here on a couch, lounged out, and practically nothing. No, I'm kidding. We have no heat in our building. It's a garage. Mr. Movie Phone, calm down. You're right. It's a building garage. Calm down. And we're a little cold, but I am still down here in flip-flops and socks. And hopefully you guys are cozied up someplace nice and warm, checking out Let's Rant with KD the Comic. I do want to keep things going here and keep things rolling with you guys on a Monday. We haven't really talked too much about it because we didn't want to dig too politically. We were really infatuated with the politics of the world between COVID, between Biden versus Trump, and there's a lot going on. And we decided to just take a step back for a little bit. Yeah, give us a round of applause. Because there's a lot of people that are force-feeding it down your throat. It's mostly mainstream media. And the sources we get it from are either from the sources that you watch or read from, and we just kind of analyze on it. It's almost like watching an NFL game, and then we come back here on a Monday morning to do a Monday morning quarterback, and we just kind of rant on it. That's what we do here as well when it comes to politics. But the big thing has been the impeachment of Donald Trump. And I'll be honest with you, man, guess what? Pelosi gets up to the bat. She swings and a miss. Swings and a miss. When will be her third swing and a miss? I'm going to be honest with you. Pelosi went out and said that if Donald Trump was not impeached this time around, she would quit her job. Yeah.
Horse shit!
That's exactly what I thought, Adam. Absolutely.
Horse shit!
Absolutely horse-ish. Okay?
Horse shit!
Adam is full of it on this Monday on Let's Rant. I'll be honest with you. But we're not going to see her leave. We're not going to see anybody leave. Now the speculation sits in. What will the Don do come 2024? But check out. Donald Trump did respond to the impeachment of Donald Trump over the weekend.
Let's bring in ABC's senior national correspondent, Terry Moran. And Terry, former President Trump is responding tonight. We haven't seen him publicly since January 20th, the inauguration. And this is his first reaction to the trial.
It is, Whit, and it will come as no surprise that President Trump, former President Trump, has no expression of remorse or regret at all. As you pointed out, he calls the impeachment another phase of the greatest witch hunt in the history of our country. And then he looks ahead in this statement. He says that the Make America Great Again movement has only just begun. And I look forward to continuing our incredible journey together in the months ahead. And so he sounds not just undaunted, but triumphant.
And Terry, we've also witnessed the bitter division within the Republican Party over this impeachment. Where does the GOP go from here?
No one knows, Whit. Right now, it looks like Mitch McConnell and other Republicans are trying to drive Donald Trump out of the party, not by voting to convict him, but by essentially accusing him, holding him accountable for the riot, and almost inviting local prosecutors to do their work for him. But Donald Trump clearly is going nowhere, and you can't name another Republican with greater name recognition, ability to raise money, dominate news cycles, or generate big crowds. I think we all know Donald Trump. He'll be back. Whit?
All right, Terry Moran on this historic night in Washington.
Thank you for the report from ABC News. Once again, Donald Trump responding to his impeachment over this past weekend. If you didn't get a chance to check it out, also looking at NPR radio news right now, Trump celebrates his acquittal. Says that the impeachment was a part of a witch hunt. And you hear this all the time. Now, I know for you far leftists, I get it. I understand where you're coming from. Why can't we just all move along? Yeah, that's what Rodney King would have said back in the day. Why can't we just all move along? Right? And that's where I'm kind of at, but I'm not at. I'm not going to put my full faith in what's going on right now with Donald Trump. Because I'm going to be honest with you, we talked about this last week on the show. And before you turn off the podcast and you're like, oh, this is just a far right-wing society program. It's not. Listen, let me break it down for you guys again. Hey, guess what? Hey, come here. All right, listen. I'm a registered Democrat. Oh my God, I am a registered Democrat. Can you believe? Can I say it again? I'm a registered Democrat. Can you believe that? I know, it's conspiracy out of its mind. But over the past year, I've become a little conservative, to say the least. Don't you think, Mr. Movie Fan? What's that mean? Listen, just because I moved to Texas and support the whole Texas becoming a nation thing, and I'm a Texas boy, blood and blood through and through, doesn't mean I can't vote for the other side, which I did this year. I voted twice for Obama. I voted independent the first time Donald Trump went into office. Listen, I'm the man sitting in this broadcast booth right now with a Donald Trump rock on my wall, okay? Yeah, I painted a rock that looks like Donald Trump. I did. We'll put a picture of it up on our Facebook page, as a matter of fact. Go check out Let's Rant with KD the comic. Listen, what I'm trying to get at far left is this. I know, why can't we just move along? I'm kind of in that boat. But however, why can't you guys just move along? Why can't you guys stop swinging for the fences? What is so demeaning about this man that you're afraid of? What are you afraid of? You guys are the ones with the socialist background committee right now. You have the Harris. You have the AOCs. You have that old witch that's up there. I can't even remember her name anymore. The one that goes and gets her haircuts when she's not supposed to. Nancy Pelosi. That's sad. That shows you how much politics we do here on the show, but we did a lot last year. I did that on purpose as a joke, by the way. You have got your socialistic people in charge. I feel bad for old Joe Biden. I want to sit down and have a country time lemonade with him and saying, Joe, what's going on? You'd be like, what are you talking about? You know, you're president of the United States. I am. Yes, you're the president of the United States. Why are you letting people push you around? But Donald Trump, there's something about this man, a mystique kind of, they said this at the end of the clip that we just played, saying that this man can raise money, this man will not go away, he just will not, they didn't say he wouldn't die, but that's what the left is saying right now. They're like, this guy will not die. That's what we're saying about Mitch McConnell right now, okay? This guy won't die. Mr. Orville Redenbacher himself will not pop his ass away, okay? Man, did he just mess. They say that Trump messed up the Republican Party. Old Mitch, who was old reliable, old faithful, is going to be put out to the pasture like old Yeller, okay? He is going to be popped off, but the difference is nobody's going to cry over it. Nobody's going to cry about it. Mitch just completely screwed the Republican Party as far as I'm concerned, not Donald Trump. Here's the deal. Now all these conspiracy theories kind of start to kick in. We love conspiracy theories on this show. What's next for Donald Trump? There you go. That was good timing, by the way. What is next for Donald Trump? Will he come back in 2024? Will he form a new party? Will it be the Trumpsters? Will it be the Middleists? I know here in the great state of Texas, they're trying to form a middle party. Hey, Joe Biden, didn't you say that you were going to bring both sides of the aisle together, but you still haven't done that in your first 100 days? I don't see it happening because you have a lot of fakes and snakes in the grass waiting to take your place. As an old wrestler used to say, Stone Cold Steve Austin, don't trust anybody, son. Don't trust anybody. DTA. Biden should be thinking the same thing with people like AOC. Even Harris behind him. She's awful quiet. She kind of reminds me of the Baroness in Cobra and G.I. Joe. She really does. She just kind of sits quietly, kind of hangs out, and is like, I don't really like Cobra Commander, but I am going to mess with him just a little bit. And then you have other people like your John Ossoles or whatever his name is, John Ossoff. Raphael Warnock, a man that claims that's a reverend but hasn't done anything godly other than think of himself. So these are things that make you go, on this show. I know that we need a little bit more positivity in our government. It's happening here in the state of Texas. You're starting to see more people come together. It's going to be interesting to see in our congressional primaries here in 2022. We're going to get our friend Sandra Witten back on the show, who's running for District 28 Congress yet again, possibly next in 2022. We'll talk to her a little bit more about that and get her insights on what's going on in the world. But we do need a middleist party. That's what I'm thinking. Can Donald Trump come back? These conspiracy theories are kicking in. 2024 is only 3 years away, people. Snap your fingers like Thanos. And all of a sudden, we're back where we were 3 years ago. I think in a good place. Within less than 100 days under Biden, we have watched the economy dip. We have seen gas prices go up. We've seen losses of jobs all over this country. And as a matter of fact, I was reading through the news just the other day, Joe was called out. Senator McCarthy said Joe Biden killed 1 million jobs in his first month as president of the United States. Now they're complaining about the COVID. They're complaining about COVID-19, but you can actually kill somebody's life without having to actually kill them. You take their jobs away, they can't pay their bills, they can't pay their mortgage, and all of a sudden they're left with no life. And they're out on the streets during this freezing cold weather because of an administration. I didn't say Joe. Notice I didn't say Joe. I said in an administration such as the so-called Biden-Harris campaign. Yeah, you've never heard that in history. Let's bring everybody together. It's not about me. It's not the Reagan administration. It's the Biden-Harris administration. Okay, well, you dug your ditch. Now you're going to start to lie in it. Oh, whoa, that's a good word. You're going to dig your ditch and lie in it. Yeah, that's pretty much what the left pretty much does. L for leftist, L for lie. Sounds like a really bad political segment on Sesame Street. I'll be perfectly honest with you. This has gone a little bit forward, but gone a little bit too far here on this Monday. But there's a lot of things going on in the news that we need to pay attention to. And we're going to bring them to you every so often. I had to get that off my chest because that was a big thing over the weekend, the impeachment. I just know if Donald Trump runs again in 2024, yeah, can't you just like feel that? It's almost like Mariano Rivera coming out of the dugout for the Yankees to save Game 7 of the World Series. He's coming. Big Don. He's ready to enter the Sandman. When we return, guys, we do have a motivational Monday Minute for you guys on Let's Rant with KD the Comic, as we always do. And we're going to talk a little bit about the flopper. Oh, I'm sorry, the king, LeBron James, and the rest of his flopping kingdom, and how the NBA has gotten soft. And boy, it's a song like this that just wants to get me pumped up for that segment. NBA, we're coming for you next. Of course, after our motivational minute. Here's Metallica on your Manic Monday with KD the Comic.
Welcome to Virtual Meditation with Shiloh.
Hello?
Today we're working on forgiving ourselves for not knowing the difference between upload and download speeds before getting cable internet.
That's oddly specific.
Repeat after me. I am not my cable internet.
Wait, I don't have cable.
I'm not a bad if my video calls, more like video stalls.
Hey Shiloh, there's something...
I will get AT&T fiber.
And I will switch classes until you do.
Slow upload speeds? You're not a bad person. You just need better internet. With 20 times faster upload speeds, AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience than cable. Get AT&T Fiber with no annual contract. Limited availability in select areas. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT. Check eligibility at att.com/getfiber based on combined internet 1000 wired up and download capacity versus major cable providers 1 gig service with uploads of 35 megabits per second. Speeds vary, not guaranteed. Restrictions apply.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Is that Shakespeare?
Nope, it's Geico.
Yeah, that's Shakespeare from one of his unpublished works. Oh, it be not for awakening. Nay, giveth thou the berries. For 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Nope, it's from Geico, because they help save people money.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but Geico got it from Shakespeare.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Manic Monday is on a roll right here on Let's Rant with Katie the Comic. Of course, a little Metallica, Enter Sandman. That's what I would play if, Donald Trump decided to run again in 2024. Get rid of that stupid Lee Greenwood song, Don. Come on. Come on. And by the way, did you know that I started my own campaign and PR firm? Oh, yeah, I did. So that'll be announced in February to you guys. So Donald, hey, if you want a little help in your next campaign, just give me a call. All right? Hook a brother up. I'm just saying. I know, what have you guys just walked in on? Well, it's Let's Rant with KD the Comic. We get all over the place. We got political on this Monday. We haven't been getting political, hasn't been much to talk about. There's a lot of things going on when it comes to the Biden administration writing things into law, taking things away. And I'll leave it at this. This is my last political note before we go into our motivational minute here on the show. Listen, this is the quintessential story of two brothers fighting. One has done something, the other one's done something. Now when that new brother gets to be the head of the table, and all of a sudden wants to start taking away everything that has been put into place by its father and its son and its predecessors. It wants to take away everything. And now they're fighting. And now they want to get rid of that brother, almost kind of like in the Bible, kind of like the story of Cain and Abel. Think about that. The one brother was so jealous he killed him. It's kind of like what the Democrats are trying to do to the Republican Party when old Joe is supposed to be bringing them closer together and being that tie that Bidens. See what I did there? I could have made him win in 2024 too. The tie that Bidens, but they won't call me. But so far, the separation is still deeper than ever. You think you guys are ready for another motivational minute on this Monday after that segment? Absolutely think so. Here's your motivational minute, especially to all our friends that are weathering any type of storm. Check it out.
We are all sailing across the sea of life. Some of you are in a great storm right now. Listen closely. God didn't promise smooth sailing, but He did promise that you're going to reach the other side. Some of you have lost your jobs. Some of you are going through marriage crisis. Some of you are experiencing business failures or business reversals. Some of you are going through a time of family illness. Some of you have experienced unexpected tragedy that's stricken like lightning striking you out of a clear blue heaven. But what can we learn from chaos? What can we do to survive the coming storm? What to do when you feel like you're going under? When chaos reigns? When fear grabs you by the throat and tries to drown you? What to do? Chaos doesn't mean that something is wrong with you. Chaos doesn't mean that God is angry with you, God doesn't love you, or that God has rejected you. Chaos does not mean that if you were in the perfect will of God, you wouldn't be in that storm. Let me tell you this very candidly. Chaos is a normal part of life and living. Struggle is the essence of growth and development. A mighty oak begins with a little seed that is planted in the soil and fights its way up only to face the winds, the rain, the snow, the blazing sun, and endless adversity year after year to become a beautiful, magnificent oak tree. Because it's only in the storm that your faith can grow. It's only when your faith is tested by fire that you really know how pure your faith is. It's only when you are tested that your character can develop. Only in the storm can you discover the power of God to deliver you. Only in the storm do you call upon the Lord and find Him to be the ever-present help in the time of trouble. The storm develops your confidence, and as your confidence is, so is your capacity. That means that God sent to David a lion to whip and then a bear to whip before he sent the giant. God has you fighting the fight you're fighting now because it's a fight designed to develop your confidence. And when you win this one, the next one will be a little bigger, and you'll have the confidence because of your past victory. And when you win that one, you'll win the next one and the next one and the next one, because God is transforming you into a lion of God. Because God doesn't answer instantly doesn't mean he's not going to answer. Because God's delays are not God's denials. He's waiting for persistence to overcome resistance. He's trying to develop in you the character of endurance. For those who endure to the end, the same shall be saved. The resistance of water is necessary for ships to float. The resistance of air is necessary for a plane to fly. The resistance of gravity is necessary for you to walk. God put you through a struggle to develop you into who you're going to be in the kingdom of God. God used no one in the Bible until he put them through the university of adversity before he allowed them to be a leader in the kingdom of God. You will have your adversity. You will reach the other side. But God is going to make a champion of grace out of every one of you. Listen to me. When you focus on the threat, you will experience fear. When you focus on Jesus, you will experience faith. When you struggle, when you go through adversity, think about the possibility that God is using your struggle and your adversity. Every opportunity has difficulty. And
the university of adversity is what hit me in that phrase. And yes, we stopped our friends there with a segment from YouTube called Trusting God in the Storm. And we do get a little political. We do get a little, how do we want to say, God-loving on the show? We do, because I'm a God-loving Christian, even though I don't act it sometimes. You know what? That's what should bring some of you closer to Jesus. I'll be honest with you. You're like, if that guy is a Jesus lover, I might as well hang out with this guy that decided to turn water to wine, walk on water, be the coolest thing that ever came into my life. And I'm not going to get too political or too religional. Is religional a word? Can we use religion? On this show, I told you we get a little crazy on the show. To get on that subject, I don't want to get too close to it, but man, do we go through a lot of adversity. Did we go through a lot of adversity in 2020? We sure did. Are we going through it again in 2021? Are you seeing the signs? Are you seeing the fact that there is a leader right now, allegedly, and I'm putting air quotes up in the air like you guys can see them, allegedly. And I'm sorry, Joe, I love you as a person, I really do. But man, that was a horrible cut, Mr. Movie Phone. I'll be honest with you. So much better, thank you. But as a person, I do like you, Joe. But I don't think you're in the best of situations. We're starting to see now weather being used as an attribute to slow the world down. Did you notice that, ladies and gentlemen? 2021 may have started off your way. It's a new year, but COVID is still here. It's a new year, but my bills are still not getting paid because I have to stay at home. It's a new year, but my kids are driving me nuts because I have to stay home. There's certain parts of this country that are still on lockdown because you have a state and a governor and now a leadership that doesn't know if you should wear 1, 2, 3, 42 masks. What I'm trying to get at is this adversity that we're all going through makes us better through that storm. And I always like to tell people, remember, you have to send a rock through tremendous pressure and fire in order for it to become a diamond.
We will rise.
We will relax. Here is my buddy Jared K.F. Jones. When we return, I'm going to kick the tires and light the fires against, well, the NBA has become a little soft. Right here on Let's Rant.
Confused, tell me what day is it? Uncertainty has me frustrated. I just want to see a future where I'm not so helpless, or am I being selfish now? 'Cause as the world turns, there are lessons to learn. If you listen afterward, we will rise, we'll be stronger. Heads up high, with that smile, help who needs you. We will rise, no more fear, the worst is over. No more doubt, nothing holding me back. I just gotta take the first step. Though I can't see the staircase, this is my next big leap of faith. Come on, go with me, and together we'll see the bright sky after the storm. Rise up, be stronger, heads up high, get your head up tomorrow. Be that smile, somebody needs you, somebody needs you. We will rise, we're in this together.
Former artist spotlight right here on Let's Rant with KD the Comic. That's Jared K.F. Jones. And this has really become a mantra on the show when we do talk about adversity, becoming stronger, believing in yourself, believing in what you do, believing in God, whatever your faith is in, we will rise. Listen, I may not like what you say. You may not like what I say. But guess what? Why can't we still be friends in the end? Listen, I like the San Antonio Spurs. You like the Lakers. I like the Yankees. You love the Red Sox. But I like you as a person. You drink beer. I'm a whiskey guy. But I still love each and every one of you. We will rise. And again, thank you for checking out Let's Rant with KD the Comic. We are available Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Programming note, starting next week, however, we will be on completely reruns. You guys can go back and download any show at any given time that you would like, right on your favorite podcasting platform. We are going to take a break. However, I will be giving you Random Rants, which is about a 5 to 7 minute little quirk on things or topics in the world where I just go ahead and rip on them for a little bit. What do you guys think? You think that'd be a good idea? You're laughing. You're cheering. I think we're going to do it. Random Rants coming up next week right here on the show with KD the Comic. Right now, let's get into one of those Random Rants. I need some music. That's right. We are going to rip on the weakness of the NBA. Can we do that for just a little bit? I had to play Space Jam because LeBron James is your new Michael Jordan. Can this man want to be Michael Jordan anymore? And I am so tired of watching these millennials on TikTok saying, oh, LeBron James is the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Listen, just because you look like a GOAT doesn't make you a GOAT, first and foremost, okay? But let's get to our segment right here on how I think the NBA has now become pretty weak. Listen, first and foremost, I have grown up watching the NBA all my life until about adulthood. Why? I'll tell you why. Ever since what has gone on here in the world over the past year, I have kind of been standoffish. Not because I don't believe in teams or people standing up for what they believe in, but I do go against everything that someone is trying to do because they don't have a spotlight on them. Now, that was a show that we did last year. Anywhere from actors, from actresses, to musicians, to even football players, NFL stars. Aren't football players and NFL stars the same thing? Yeah, pretty much. Baseball players, anything. Baseball was pretty hush-hush. Baseball was pretty hush-hush with what was going on last year. But what I'm trying to get at is the NBA has really been on a downer for me. Not because my team, the San Antonio Spurs, is not as good as they used to be. But listen, They got a young team. They're coming up. I'm sure we'll be talking a lot more NBA the more they're winning on this show. But I do want to talk about something that happened over the weekend. And they finally caught the man. They caught him. They caught him red-handed, finally. LeBron James is the biggest flopper in the NBA. Can I get an amen? I mean, even former NBA player for the San Antonio Spurs, Manu Ginobili, who invented flopping, is sitting there going, wow, LeBron James does a lot of flopping. He does. This man in one of the games over the weekend, him and Kyle Kuzma. Listen. All right, I'm going to bring you in here. I could have been playing the game from where I'm at, behind a microphone. They could be in LA. I could have the ball. I could get ready to shoot a shot. And LeBron's not even in the same city. And guess what? He's going to fall back 15 feet and a foul is called on me. Yeah, LeBron James, a man, and what I'm trying to rip on LeBron, listen, you're the king, okay? Let me give you a clap. That's the powder floating into the air right now, okay? And let me tell you something, LeBron, I think you're a fantastic player. You are one of the greatest of all time, no doubt. Top 5, easy. Top 5, easy. I know what you're saying. KD, give me your top 5 then. Listen, let's calm down. Let's calm down because you forget about the classics. Jordan, the Wilt Chamberlains, the Jerry West. We forget about those because we're all fixated on what's today. People saying something along the lines like Seth Curry is a Hall of Famer right now. Not right now, okay? Not right now. Greatest shooter? Maybe, I don't know. But we're going to get ready to wrap this segment up here pretty quick. I'm going to tell you this, guys. Listen, LeBron James shouldn't have to flop, plain and simple. This man is, 6'8", 952 pounds, okay? He shouldn't have to flop. And if you run into LeBron James and make him flop, you should be fined. All right? LeBron, cut it out. NBA players, stop being soft. In the 90s, elbow there, elbow everywhere. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that more on Wacky Wednesdays. The softness of sports and more. Guys, thank you so much for a lot of fun on Manic Monday. We'll see you back here Wednesday and Friday. Take care.
Call 1-888-FARMERS to switch, and you could save an average of $470 on your auto insurance. That's a lot of money in just a few minutes. With savings like that, you could be lounging on an impractical amount of ornate and overpriced throw pillows you bought for your couch. But you won't, because you're better with money than that. That's why you're calling us in the first place. Call 1-888-FARMERS to get a quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Based on average nationwide annual savings survey data July to December 2020. Underwritten by Farmers Trucker Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate. Products not available in every state.
With Metro by T-Mobile, your hard-earned money goes further. This tax season, there's 0 fees to switch. Enjoy Metro's lowest price. Just $25 a line for 4 lines. Plus, get 4 free Samsung Galaxy phones when you switch. Now that's the best deal in wireless. Metro by T-Mobile, empowering you to rule your day. All lines lose promo rate if any deactivates. No fees on select phones. Limit 1 per line with eligible port. Excludes sales tax. Limited time offer. Additional terms apply. See metrobytmobile.com.